Michael Shikha Niketan Higher Secondary Government Sponsored Co-ed English Medium School has taken an excellent initiative of teaching and make our students learn day-to-day lessons through audio and video in our YouTube channel. Teachers of all the subjects are working hard to enhance these online classes in the midst of this pandemic situation. It is a request to all the teachers, students and guardians to click the bell icon and subscribe our channel.
Hello students, here I am with the next portion of your syllabus, Unit 8.4 Inorganic Chemistry in the Laboratory and in Industry. Okay, we have already done H2S, we have already done NH3. The next portion I am starting with nitrogen gas, that is N2. Okay. You can see the arrangement of the preparation of nitrogen gas. Here we have taken a round bottom glass, okay, glass flask actually, and there the solution of NH4Cl and NaNO2, that is ammonium chloride and sodium nitrite is present. Okay, I want to mention here that we use here three types of functional group having nitrogen. Number one is NO2 minus, which is nitrite. Number two, NO3 minus, which is nitrate. And number three is N3 minus, which is nitride. Okay. So, always be careful using the terms. When you are writing NO2 minus, this is nitrite. When you are writing NO3 minus, this is nitrate. And when you are using N3 minus, this is nitride. Okay, this is D and this one is T here, nitrite, nitride. Now see in the figure, we can see here the solution of ammonium chloride and sodium nitrite, this one, the first one. Okay, and the mixture is heated here gently, and the developed gas is collected by the downward displacement of water. Okay, so we already know that for this kind of gases, for this kind of laboratory preparation, we have to learn here about the principle, about the balanced chemical equation, about the drying process, about the purification process, and about the collection process. Here we have 4 points to know. Number one is principle. The principle is very easy for nitrogen preparation. We have to take just NH4Cl, that is ammonium chloride, and sodium nitrite, that is NaNO2, and the mixture is to be gently heated. The next thing is balanced equation. The process actually happens in two steps. First step, in the first step, NH4Cl reacts with NaNO2 forming NH4NO2 and NaCl. Okay, this is sodium chloride and this is ammonium nitrite. And in the next step, this ammonium nitrite, that is NH4NO2, will further decompose, producing N2, that is our desired product in nitrogen, and along with these two molecules of water. Okay. So, this is the balanced equation. If the question is asked that write the balanced chemical equation for the lab preparation of nitrogen gas, you have to write both of the equations. In the first step, ammonium chloride plus sodium nitrite forming ammonium nitrite and NaCl. In the next step, ammonium nitrite will decompose, producing nitrogen gas and two molecules of water. The next process is drying process. Basically here water molecules present in the medium of nitrogen gas. So we can use here concentrate H2SO4, because we know that concentrate H2SO4 is a very good dehydrating agent, and N2 is amphoteric in nature. It is neither acidic or nor basic. So there is no problem if we use concentrate H2SO4. So, concentrate H2SO4 is used basically to remove the water vapors from the gas. The next step is collection. You can see that by the process of downward displacement of water, we collect nitrogen gas, because nitrogen gas is very slightly soluble in the water medium, so there is no problem if we collect it by downward displacement of water. Okay. So this is the whole lab preparation arrangement of nitrogen gas. Number 1 was principle, which was very easy. If we gently heat the mixture of ammonium chloride and sodium nitrite, we will get nitrogen gas. The balanced equation is, it shows the reaction occurs in 2 steps. Okay, first step where NH4NO2 is formed, and in the second step it will decompose to form nitrogen gas. And drying process, we use concentrate H2SO4 to remove the water vapors, and for collection we use here the downward displacement of water, because nitrogen is very slightly soluble in water. Now the next question is, if NH4NO2 is decomposed to produce N2 gas, then why should we take NH4Cl and NNO2? We can directly use NH4NO2, but it cannot be happen. We cannot take actually NH4NO2 to get nitrogen gas, because number 1 problem is, if we take solid NH4NO2 or the solution of NH4NO2, it is very much explosive in nature. Okay, explosion may occur. So we can't use this in solid state or in solution state directly. Number 1 problem. Number 2 problem is, NH4NO2 is not so stable as a compound. As a chemical compound, its stability is very low, and that's why it cannot be stored for a long time. So this is the second problem due to which we can't use NH4NO2 to get N2. So number 1 point is, if we take solid or solution of NH4NO2 which is slightly explosive in nature, and number 2 problem is the storage ability of the chemical compound, that is NH4NO2, is very low. So that's why we can't store it for a long time or for a long day. So this is the 2 causes due to which this cannot be happen. Next thing is liquid nitrogen. This is very common to us. We can produce liquid nitrogen by applying high pressure and low temperature. Okay, applying high pressure and in a low temperature medium, we can liquefy nitrogen gas, which is known as the ultimate product is known as the liquid nitrogen. Okay, it acts as the refrigerant. We use liquid nitrogen to store different kinds of things for a long day. Next thing is inertness of nitrogen. It means that nitrogen is not so reactive. Okay, we already read about H2S or NH3, and we have seen already that these 2 gases are very much reactive, but N2 with respect to NH3 or H2S is less reactive, because we already know the structure of nitrogen molecule. Okay, 2 nitrogen atoms are attached by 3 bonds, and both the nitrogen atoms contain 1 lone pair. So as there are 3 bonds in between the 2 nitrogen atoms, so the connectivity are very strong. So these nitrogen atoms are very much reluctant to react with any other chemical compounds, unless or if we can apply any kind of drastic situation, drastic condition, then only it reacts freely. But otherwise you can't break this bond. This 3 bond is very much strong. So we can't easily break these bonds, and that is why nitrogen is not so much reactive with respect to H2S or NH3. Come to the chemical properties of nitrogen gas. First I am starting with reaction with certain metals like magnesium Mg, calcium Ca and aluminum Al. Okay, if you pass this nitrogen gas over magnesium, what will happen? It will produce magnesium nitride. Okay. So 3 mg and the metal should be red hot. Okay. You have to pass this nitrogen gas over the red hot magnesium metal. So then it will produce magnesium nitride, that is Mg3N2. Next, if you do the same thing over calcium, that is if you pass nitrogen gas over the red hot calcium metal, I have written just one time, I am not repeating the thing. So then you will get Ca3N2, that is calcium nitride. And if you do the same thing for aluminium, that is if you pass the nitrogen gas over red hot aluminium metal, you will get aluminium nitride. But remember, aluminium also tripositive and the valency of nitrogen is also 3. So that's why here it will be ALN, that is aluminium nitride. Okay. So if you just pass the nitrogen gas over these red hot metals, you will get the nitrides of the metal separately. Now, if you add this product, that is this metal nitride, to the boiling water, what will happen? If you add this Mg3N2 to the boiling water, okay, H2O which is boiling, then what will happen? It will produce ammonia gas, okay, that is 2NH3, and you will get the hydroxides of the corresponding metal, that is here we have magnesium, so you will get MgOH2, that is magnesium hydroxide. In the next case, if you add this calcium nitride to the boiling water, then what will happen? You will get the same thing, that is ammonia gas, and here calcium hydroxide will be found to be produced. And for the last case, if you add this aluminium nitride to the boiling water, you will get ammonia gas as well as the hydroxide of aluminium, that is aluminium hydroxide. In the reactions where I have not written the balanced equation, but you have to write the balanced equation in your exam. Okay. So I am repeating again, if you pass the nitrogen gas over the red hot metal, you will get the nitride of the metal, and then if you add this metal nitride to the boiling water, you will get ammonia gas and the hydroxide of the corresponding metal. For magnesium, for calcium, for aluminium, the process will be same. Okay. The next thing is reaction with oxygen. This reaction is known to you because in your life science you have already read this, that is nitrogen and oxygen in presence of 3000 degrees Celsius temperature, both of them will react to form nitric oxide, that is N2 plus O2 at 3000 degrees Celsius temperature, it will form nitric oxide, that is NO. This huge amount of temperature is created by using electric spark. Okay. The next thing is reaction with hydrogen. This is also known to you because in ammonia you have read this, that is nitrogen in presence of hydrogen in presence of 200 atmospheric pressure and 550 degrees Celsius temperature, and in the presence of some catalyst, it will form ammonia, that is 2NH3, and the process is known as Haber process. Okay. This is one of the industrial manufacturing process of ammonia gas, where we take nitrogen and hydrogen in 1:3 ratio, and we have to apply 200 atmospheric pressure, 550 degree, approximately 550 degrees Celsius temperature, and in presence of certain catalyst we will get ammonia gas. This process is known as Haber process. And the last thing is very important, that is reaction with calcium carbide. if we add nitrogen gas to the calcium carbide, this is CaC2, that is calcium carbide, at 1100 degrees Celsius temperature, we will get CaNCN. The compound is calcium cyanamide. Okay, calcium cyanamide, CaNCN. Okay, CaNCN, calcium cyanamide. Along with this, we will get carbon. Okay, just black carbon. So this mixture, that is calcium cyanamide and carbon, this mixture is known as nitrolim. I am writing here CaNCN plus C. This mixture is known as nitrolim. Okay, nitrolim is its commercial name and it is used as fertilizer. Okay, it acts as the very good fertilizer. And the color of this mixture is almost brown. This is a very common question, that what is nitrolim and mention its one use. Then you have to answer that the brown color mixture of calcium cyanamide and carbon is known as nitrolim and it acts as the fertilizer. Okay. Now the next thing is nitrogen fixation. This is already known to you also. Nitrogen fixation is a natural process where in the atmosphere nitrogen and oxygen combines to form nitric oxide at first, and as this is a natural process, so in presence of lightning this process actually occurs. Okay, so in presence of lightning actually this 3000 degree, approximately 3000 degree temperature creates, and in this medium the atmospheric nitrogen reacts with atmospheric oxygen to form nitric oxide, and in the next step this nitric oxide reacts with the atmospheric oxygen further to form nitrogen dioxide. Okay, that is NO2. Okay, and this NO2 then will combine with the water, and naturally it combines with the rainwater. So if nitrogen dioxide combines with rainwater, this water is rainwater basically, it will form HNO2, that is nitrous acid, plus HNO3, that is nitric acid. HNO2 and HNO3, nitrous acid and nitric acid, and both of the acids will generate, and then through the rain it will come to the earth, and there are several bases present in our soil. These acids will react with those bases present in the soil and will form certain kinds of nitrate salts. So the basically the source of the this nitrate type of compounds which are present in the salt, this comes from atmospheric nitrogen. Okay, as the atmospheric nitrogen is fixed by a natural process in the soil, so that's why this process is known as nitrogen fixation.
Thanks for watching. Leave a like and comment. Subscribe. And do share the video among your friends.